What's up, guys? So I'm on to the second movie in the Terminator franchise as we're counting down to Terminator Dark Fate, and now we're on to Terminator 2 Judgment Day. So I'm sure if you know the premise of that movie, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen that movie, it's basically where we now this time around John Connor, a young John Connor, is the target of the Terminator, and well, if one Terminator, while another Terminator was sent to protect them. And I have to say, guys, I saw very little trailers for this movie when it came out. The only trailer that I really watched was the teaser, where it had no footage of the movie whatsoever. And I went into it with an open mind. I didn't know what to expect, and I did see like at least one TV spot for it, but I didn't really pay too much attention to it to where it indicated that the Terminator that we know is now the protagonist. And I don't recall seeing the T-1000 in that TV spot. So I went into this movie with a fresh, open mind, did not know what to expect. I'm thinking that the Terminator is going to be here to fuck shit up again, but it turns out that he's the good guy this time around, and in the T-1000 is the villain. And oh my goodness, I mean, like, to this very day, I mean, like, even after all the movies that came after this one, T-1000 is still the most ultimate villain in the Terminator franchise, in my personal opinion. I mean, I'm not saying the other ones are not that great, but in comparison to him, come on, come on. And also with Sarah Connor, like, when the way the way she is in this movie from here on out, I should say, I just like, wow. I mean, like, when you see her in this movie, she is not the same woman that you remember from the first movie. I mean, she is not. I mean, that part of her has died in that first movie, and she was reborn into a badass warrior woman, and to the point where she almost scared me at times. Well, not to the point where I couldn't look at the TV screen, but I felt scared for anyone that was like on the wrong side with her. Yeah. And the only moment of she had very little moments of weaknesses in this movie. From almost outside of that, she was just like a hard badass, like really, like holy shit. And all these years later, this movie still holds up, from the visuals to the effects to the soundtrack to everything. I mean, it still feels brand new to me, and it's almost 30 years. I mean, like, and it still holds up as, I mean, like, it's amazing. It's a classic, and it still feels brand new to me. And I can't see any other Terminator movie touching this one. I just cannot do it. But I'm gonna go into Terminator Dark Fate with the benefit of the doubt, and just sort of give it a shot. But and I don't know. I mean, no Terminator movie is gonna touch this one. I mean, like, this was like probably movie of that year. You know, like one of my favorite movies of that decade. Holy crap. I cannot praise this movie enough. I mean, I went to see it like about twice. It was great. I loved it. I loved the fight scene. I mean, I just love. I can't think of one thing about this movie that I did not like. But one funny thing I found interesting is that in the beginning, you know, like when the Terminator shows up and he has to, you know, basically get someone to give him, you know, their clothes and stuff. You know, and he walks into a bar. They're basically, you know, like they basically think like, oh, what's this butt naked guy, you know, coming in here, and, you know, he wants to take my clothes. Like, I mean, I'll teach him a lesson, but yet he teaches them a lesson. At that time, before John Connor gives him that no kill code, he doesn't kill them. He doesn't kill anyone in that bar. I mean, I figured he would have killed them just to indicate that he's a totally different machine. And then when John Connor steps in and he tells him you can't do that, that would show a big difference. But I mean, that difference is clearly there. I mean, that if that shows us anything, it just shows us that he is not the bad guy that we remember in the first movie. I guess that's it. But I mean, if that Terminator is okay with killing, I mean, okay, then why didn't he kill those guys in the bar? I guess he felt like he didn't have to, but still, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't call that a nitpick. I just found that very, very interesting the more times I watch it. You know what I mean? But with that all being said, I gotta give this movie 5 solid chair spins out of 5. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chair spins. So yeah, I don't know. If you have not seen this movie yet, then what? Get out of your rock. Go watch it. I mean, like, come on now. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed my review for Terminator 2 Judgment Day, make sure you thumb up this video. Make sure you click subscribe if you're new to the channel. And make sure you click that notification bell so you can be updated on my latest videos. Thank you for watching. And I think a lot of people may say that the franchise goes downhill from here. Oh, goodness. But yeah, I'll share my thoughts on the next 3 installments, and I guess in my other videos coming up pretty soon. I mean, like, I'm just revisiting my least favorite one in there. I'm like, oh gosh, oh gosh. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. So until then, peace out, guys.